Yes, I have cheated before, and I hope that you could forgive me.
Don't come near me, Chris. Get up! No, weirdo, get up!
Would you marry me?
No! Chris, no.
Please.
No.
You said you wanted a new ring.
Are you gay?
No. You said you wanted a new ring.
Mr. Scott?
Can we
Yes, Your Honor.
No.
This is one of the only times that they praise women. The amount of men in the comment section of this video saying, oh, she's a queen, she's a keeper, we all need a woman like Gladys, for forgiving a man for his mistakes. If a woman had done the same thing, they would not have this kind of grace, this kind of mercy. They would not be this forgiving. Some men can only see the value of a woman if she forgave him for cheating, or she was with him when he had no money, or if she gave him all her money, or it's always about how low can you go to prove to this man that you're worthy. Some men will only see the value in having a woman if that woman is willing to embarrass or humiliate herself in public and or in private. This is also why some women are against being with a man they have to help build. This man just said he was poor and stealing food. He was a taxi cab driver and she was by his side the whole time. But as soon as he got to Hollywood, he left her behind. There's a quote that says the loyalty of a man isn't tested when he has nothing. It's tested when he has everything. You're still a good woman even if you don't put up with a man's mistakes.
If you ask me, my take on guys who lack personal hygiene is and the danger they can cause or potential relationship between lack and personal hygiene, and how those type of guys can lack emotional regulation, empathy. Because if you cannot take a minute in the shower to really clean and crack all that stuff, you don't make time to clean your nails, shave good, take time. I mean, this is not always true. There are a lot of guys out there who are spotless, smell good, and still can have psychopathic, narcissistic personality presentation and really can be toxic and abusive in relationships. But those same guys can also be lacking in their personal space being clean, like their bathroom, their toilet. Like, I'm talking, somebody can look good, but how's the nature of their car? Like, inside their car, is it sticky? How's their bathroom? Like, how's their sink all the way to there? How is their bed like? Their pillows, is it staining pillowcase? If they cannot do those things, like if they can show up looking the part, or some of them don't look the part, and that's red flags you should see. Like, recognizing red flags, ladies and young ladies, when you're going to a relationship, like, oh, but he's so gorgeous, he's on the football team, but he has his own business, coming from a two parents household. All the narratives to make it that this person is a great or will be a great partner. But when you go back to the nitty gritty, look at the pattern, look at the red flags, his breath, his teeth, his nails, his skin, is it like all acne everywhere? His underwear, if you get to that close, to his bathroom, his sink, his toilet, the kitchen, it's like cobwebs everywhere. A pillow, like I mentioned, pillowcases, the bed sheets, his laundry area. Like, nobody's perfect, but look. But make sure you're looking. Stop the talking and look. Some of us looked, but we run way past, like, the imagine somebody running race. You're just like running past all the poles, just all the red flags. You're just beating you in the face, but you just run past it. And imagine you're like cognitive dissonance mode, like, oh yeah, like, it'll be fine. Just love them enough, teach them enough. You're not gonna be their mother. I'm not your mother. You can't be their mother to fix it. If your mother couldn't fix it, you ain't gonna be able to fix it. And that becomes an issue because they're not gonna be able to be hands-on at home or hands-on with the kiddos. That's why many women will go to work or travel and come back, and the whole house is a nightmare because that person cannot or is not willing or both to pick up the toys or clean or do just a little bit at least. Sometimes they don't at all. Those are all red flags to look and say, is this something I can deal with for the rest of my life? And make your choice accordingly, because you cannot pick somebody and now start to want to change them. If you're not that, many people, kids get abused, women get abused because they get in a relationship with people hoping to change them. Bye.
Let me start from the beginning, yeah?
Yeah.
So around this time last year, just before Valentine's Day, I think I kind of met the love of my life, you know? Okay. You know, when you meet someone like, it was at a party, but you know when you meet someone, you're thinking, yeah, this is the one. Mm-hmm. But, and Michael, I know you can relate to this one, bro. Like,
nah, don't include me, bro. Don't include me, bro. I don't know what you're going to say.
Someone, yeah?
I can't relate.
You know when you meet someone, but life's just not what you want it to be, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I hear it. I hear it. I hear it.
You need to lock in before you find
You need to lock in, yep. I hear it.
Exactly. So, obviously, we was dating for a little bit. Obviously, but then it kind of got to a point where I was like, you know what, like right now is not the time to get into a relationship with someone. I got to look after myself first. I got to get myself right. So obviously I've been seeing her on the gram recently and whatnot, and this is like coming up to almost a year now, and I've just been thinking about, like, actually, I think it was her birthday recently, and I just saw a couple pictures on the gram, and I've just been thinking about this whole time, like, so I said, you know what, like, Valentine's Day is coming up. Let me just like do something big to show her that I care. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Cool. So bearing in mind, I've got a girlfriend at the moment, innit, yeah?
Oh! Sorry? Wait, hold on. Wait. Cut the cameras. Wait, you have a girl right now, bro, but your old fling is entering your eye.
Yeah, I've got a girl right now, but it's not that's my girl, innit? But that's not the love of my life, you get?
You know what? I hear it. Don't let your girlfriend stop you from finding your wife, bro.
No,
go on.
you don't
I don't know right now. Let me tell you what happened basically anyway. So obviously Valentine's Day's come. I've taken my girl to Milan on the day before. So we've come back on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Milan was lovely, like we did everything. You know, that's basketball, and I know you've been there.
Wait, been where?
Milan, the spot, the indoor spa.
Oh, the one where the girls, there's like the domes and that.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't been there. Soon though.
Soon though. I can take you still.
Wow. Please, Tosi, continue. Hey, God.
But yeah, so obviously done all that. Got back to London now, and I said, you know what? Let me just do the mad thing in it. So obviously, I booked Hutong and a reservation at the Shard for the evening of the Valentine's Day, innit?
For who? Who did you book that for?
For my girl, innit? For the love of my life.
Oh, wait, what?
The love of your life, as in the old fling.
Bro, there's only one love of my life.
Sorry. My mistake. Continue.
You left your man just because he cheated on you. You divorced your husband just because he cheated on you. My sister, you will end up being with another cheating man. You will end up marrying another cheating husband. Most of you divorce your husband, jump in the street, date around, just to find out that those men in the street, they are not different from the one you just left. Some of you women even end up being a side chick to another cheating man. Some of you even became a second wife to another cheating man. My sister, let me tell you one thing. It's hard to find a faithful, loyal man. It's very hard. It's difficult. I'm not telling you that there is none. There is, but it's hard for you to find them. And most of these loyal men, they are being taken. Most of them are married. So if your man cheats on you and you find out, he apologized to you, he cried to you, he shows you remorse that he's sorry, he bought you gifts, please kindly forgive him. Those men in the street, those men are rejected food. Nobody wants them. They are not different from your man. I'm telling you the fact. The earlier you know this, the better for you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share my video, and follow my page. Thank you. From the one you just left.
The other day, somebody made a comment that there are many voices for women, few voices for men. Of all the issues facing men, facing adolescent boys, facing the youth, the male youth of Africa, facing boys, This is what Hard Truth, and that's the username he chose. This is what Hard Truth chose to focus on. Prostate cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure. Oftentimes, men don't go for annual checkups. Doctors, medical professionals are trying to get men to come for annual checkups, to schedule their annual checkups, because things usually become serious, and that is when they go to see a medical professionals. African male youth, unemployment, economic difficulties, mental health difficulties, social difficulties, relationship difficulties, looking for a job, applying for a job, self-love. However, Hard Truth, this is what you choose to advocate for. Cheating and cheaters. Self-discipline is the highest form of self-love. Self-discipline is the highest form of self-love. We talk about men being protectors. Nowadays, it's not physical protection. It is emotional protection. It is protecting the stability of your children, of your home. Do you know what cheating does to your child, to the family that you have created, to your image? The shame, being a community property, the shame you bring to your children, the disrespect you command in society. But this is what our men want to fight for, the right to cheat, and to tell you that, oh, all men cheat. When you leave a cheating man, you go for another cheating man. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? This is how we have descended to.
I'm gonna start talking, because if I don't start talking, I'm gonna go crazy because I'm alone in this house. You know what? Today my boyfriend broke up with me. And you know what I did? I just looked at him. I said, okay, if that's your decision, I respect that. And you know what I did? I got up, went to Walmart, bought a suitcase, came back, packed my things, looked at him. I said, I'm gonna go buy a car. Look on this man's face. He was shocked. He didn't expect this. I'm like, I'm gonna go buy a car. 3 hours later, I come back. He wasn't there. I packed all my things up into this car. And he got back as soon as I was done packing. He walked to that house. I know he saw the car. I saw him from when we saw that car. The look on his face. Honestly, I was surprised. He looked upset. And I looked at him. I said, I'm done packing. And he goes, okay. And I said, okay, bye. And I walked out. And it was the first time in my life that I never got to say my last words. Because usually they're really petty and spiteful, and that's why. But guys, I can't. What did Steve Harvey say? Never let a man tell you he don't want you twice, or something like that. Like, really, like, you're sitting there, looking me in the eye, in the place that we lived together, on the couch we picked out, and the blankets we picked out, and the wall color that we picked out, and you're telling me you think we should separate. Like, oh, okay. Like, I don't have anything to say. I respect you telling me the truth, you know, but all I can say is okay and leave. You know, I'm not gonna sit there and beg someone to choose me. You know, I used to be that way, not anymore. I know my worth, like, you know. And my guy friend was like, wow, like, you walked out on him. Like, you didn't even fight. Fight for what? Like, what? I'm not gonna lose any more dignity. I'm gonna fight for someone to, you know, want to be with me, want to live up to my standards. You don't live up to my standards, that's fine. That's okay. Go find someone with lower standards. There's plenty of girls out there who will be with you just for your money and have no standards. Like, I have standards. Like, okay? So, I don't know, I got a new car. Alright, I'm on my lunch break, you know, and I think there's a lot of little things. I think, you know, both our mistakes were being with people who have different lifestyles and mindsets. Like, I like to take care of myself. You know, I like being active. I like going to museums. I like, you know, eating clean. I like to take care of myself. You know, I'm in healthcare. I know how it is when you don't take care of yourself and what happens. And he was completely the opposite, you know, didn't really take care of himself, didn't care to go do active things. And, you know, also, like, our cleanliness levels were different, you know, like common areas. I think it's really important. I don't want anyone thinking anything of me when they come into my home, you know, if it's messy. And, you know, I would clean up everything, and I just feel like he had no respect or appreciation, and would just leave things around. And I felt like I was mothering him. I felt like I was a maid and a mother, which I'm neither of those for someone I did not birth. But yeah, you know, I was angry towards the end. Like, I was yelling at him and everything, and he didn't, you know, I understand, like, he was upset with me yelling at him. I felt like I wasn't respecting him anymore. But you know what? I can't respect a man who can't act like a man. You're not a man, you're a boy. So, but yeah, two different people. I'm not saying I'm perfect either. I have a lot of flaws. I really do, okay? So yeah, just next time date someone, same mindset, same lifestyle. And you know what? Date someone who makes you want to be better. I think that's so important. You know, everyone should try to be their best version of themselves, and live a good quality life as best as they can, you know? So yeah, both our faults.
Marriages are breaking because most men are toxic. Some of you men are very toxic, very, very, very toxic. You think you'd have to suppress and subdue your partner for the marriage to work. The marriages are failing. Your marriage is failing. You do not need to be a tyrant for your wife to be submissive. Women that are loved correctly are naturally submissive. When a woman is loved right, submission comes easily. But there are some of you who are so damaged to the point where you just feel like, oh, if you're not a tyrant, if you're not the Lord, you know, the woman would not submit to you. And then you carry these women, you travel abroad, and they leave you. Because you have treated them badly over the years. And when they get where there's no family, there's no sense of shame, there's no societal pressure, there's no pastor that is, you know, troubling them or advising them to stay in the marriage, they get away. And they don't want to have anything to do with you again. Not because the woman is bad. The woman is not bad. She stayed in abuse for so long. So there are some of you who do not even know that you don't have to lay your hands on somebody for you to abuse them. There's what they call emotional abuse. How are you in a marriage for 7 months you will not speak to your wife? For 5 months you will not speak to your partner? For 2 years you guys will not have bedroom dance? What kind of marriages are these? What is going on? This lady told me the other day that in the course of the 14 years that she was married, 7 years of the marriage, she was not talking to her husband. Or her husband was not talking to her. The man can go 5, 6, 7 months without speaking to his wife. 2 months, 3 months, 1 month without speaking to her. She would beg and 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 beg, and she'll get to the point where she'll just be like, okay, the day you're ready, you talk to me. Do you understand? So it's not about, oh, you must lay the hands. So some of you may, oh, I've never beaten my wife. I don't beat my wife. But you emotionally abuse your wife. There's emotional abuse. You emotionally abuse your wife. So what are we talking about?